Hello and welcome to the Sweeney Show, a business and law podcast. Joining me here today is Jason Woodard of Huckleberry's Donuts. Jason, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
Jason is an entrepreneur in the city of Cork. He has now two businesses in operation across the city. I suppose, Jason, you want to tell us a bit about yourself and your background?
Background is in filmmaking, and then for some reason I jumped into promo videos. Ended up getting a digital marketing job for 96 FM, and then I wanted to open a donut shop, so I did.
And so how did you make the jump, or how do you make a jump from social media and video content to being the Donut King?
I used to work part-time in a cinema, and they did a massive renovation, and they got rid of a Häagen-Dazs ice cream cafe, and they were asking the staff what they should do instead of ice cream and stuff, and I said, a donut shop could go well in a cinema, and it was kind of laughed off and stuff, but that was about 6 years ago, and it stuck with me. And this should happen. And then I saw a trend happening in Dublin where there was 2 or 3 happening, and thanks for ruining that,
Thanks,
Frank.
That's Frank Brennan, manager of public work, who left his phone on while we were
Thanks,
recording
Frank.
our
Appreciate
podcast.
that. Sorry about that, guys.
Very rude.
So that was the idea was kind of laughed off, and then I saw the trend happening in Dublin. I was like, there has to be something happening here. So there was a gap in the market, and there was a.
And when you say the trend was in Dublin, was it New York first with America? Was it London, or what? Did it just create worldwide? What happened?
There's been donuts in America since late
Forever.
70s.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact date.
Yeah.
But just the idea of specialty donuts.
Yeah.
That it's not just a ring donut or jam. It's an actual a bistro kind of thing.
And so you set up. So when was your first shop?
So November 2016 opened on South Terrace.
Okay, so you're like a year and a half, nearly 2 years in.
Nearly 2 years in.
And what was the leap from, I suppose, being an employee from working for someone into kind of being now self-employed and having all that responsibility and
literally jumping in the deep end.
Okay.
Learned along the way, made massive mistakes. But that's the only way I can learn anyway myself. But
so no fear, just do it.
Yeah, take the gamble.
Yeah, and so it's kind of, I suppose, from someone looking in who's been watching your growth, you've used social media. It's nearly like a department or a tool of your business to kind of expand your business.
It's the reason
profile. And it's like it's huge at the moment across Cork City, and it's going nationwide.
It's the reason I have a business. To tell the God's honest truth, I did all my marketing through social media.
Yeah,
I did one old school style publishing of
an old
newspaper.
traditional type. Yeah. And so is that, you had that in your mind before you set up that, listen, I'm going to set up a donut shop, that's my idea, the concept.
So the idea was a fantastic product but even better marketing.
Yeah, okay.
Because I can't sell your donut through the radio, I can't sell your donut through the newspaper.
Yeah.
You have to be able to kind of, the food porn scenario, the Marks and Spencer style ad, that kind of idea makes you craving and want it.
Yeah, and so just go back then, so the quality product then is very important, is it?
Massively so.
Where do you source your material or your dough, or what happens
that's the thing. So I did a lot of taste testing.
Everything's fresh in your shop.
Yes, everything's fresh. We don't freeze anything. So it's literally, if I have 100 donuts or 120 donuts left over at the night time, they're given away to charity or to local bars, restaurants, or they're put in the bin or whatever. So
whatever's you eat that day is cooked that day.
100%.
Yeah, okay.
It's cooked at maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. The baker delivers in around 7. Yeah. And my team then kicks off creating the actual full donut. So it's. And
then I suppose just on the donut itself then, because you ran a competition recently, didn't you? You kind of got rid of some old flavors. You brought in some new ones.
Well, I was doing a pop up in Killarney, and I was like Oreo Nutella, Oreo peanut butter Nutella. Oreo. I was like, I'm sick of Oreo. So I was like, it hit me that I was saying Oreo too much in my life. Yeah. So I was like, we need to.
Oreo milkshake.
Don't you? Exactly. Yeah, which is very popular.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I love Oreo. Yeah. But, it was too bland. It was too chocolatey. I felt our menu was. So I wanted to mix it up, and we introduced the new 5, and they're flying as well out the door.
And then how do you create those? Is like, you have a chef or a baking in-house?
So I'll kind of come up with this crazy idea of what I want. I'll say I want this, this, and this, and then Courtney, my number 2, will go into action and then say, right, this is how I do it, and this is how we should do it, and this works best, and this is cheapest, and this will.
And then you do a bit of product testing and all that,
and
so that one then is that. Excuse me, the last. Is that you went to your customers, your client base, and said, you decide, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we got over 20, I think it was 24,000 votes.
Wow.
On the entire thing, which was insane. Like that's market
that's
research.
an audience that's invested in your product though, isn't it?
If that's not market research, I don't know what is like. They literally said we want this and we don't want this.
Yeah.
I was getting hate mail off people saying if this goes, we're going to kill you. Like if this donut leaves, you're on our hit list.
Yeah, but like people.
You want them to be emotional about the
but also people are they love routine. So people call into your shop once a week or whatever, every couple of days, and have their specific donut, and you got rid of that donut now.
I mix it up, and they're coming in now going, I'm like, try it, and they're like, okay, it's good.
Very good. So, and so, just
forcing you to change it up.
Yeah, well, I suppose every business kind of needs that every again. There's a bit of energy. Yeah. And then usually you could always go back to those flavors in a couple of months.
Bring it back to special one.
Yeah. So just on social media then, who are your influences with social media? Like, where do you get a lot of your ideas?
I think the common influence with Gary V will be one of the main ones for me.
You've met him, haven't you? You've been
I went to New York.
And you met his team and all that?
Was very cool.
Yeah.
I did the daily digital deep dive. Okay. So we spent the day 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with Gary's team. Yeah. An hour with each of them, and I got 2.5 hours of Gary.
And what do you get out of that? What's involved there?
It's huge. Another world. Yeah. It's just, and then I walk away. I walked away with the 460-page document.
Okay, it's called the Bible, is it?
Of everything. I call it the Bible anyway.
Yeah.
Of everything you need to know about marketing, like of how they attack it, how they say you should do this, and I have my notes then that correlate with that.
But even if you didn't go to New York and meet the team,
that was I was at one level.
Content out there, isn't it? With Gary Vaynerchuk and
100%. Yeah. He's the reason I had the idea in my head, will I, won't I? And I saw a video of his one night, and I was like, I'm going to do this, and my wife was like, yeah, do it, like take the gamble. Casey Neistat is amazing. Peter McKinnon is class.
All YouTubers are daily content.
So like my wife kills me when I'm watching YouTube at least 45 minutes a day when I'm home. I have my kind of it's my soaps.
But it's also research as well, isn't it? And
it's just content. It's seeing what's going on and what they're doing. Because if they get a new product, they'll research it and like, right, that's going to come out here soon, or that will hit up here soon.
Like I know we people joke about creating content at the moment, but like that is a hard thing to do, isn't it? Like especially because you have so much content out there on a daily basis. You know?
Just to keep it fresh, just to bring it back.
But even the YouTubers, Casey Neistat, like he puts out videos every day. Like the volume of stuff is intense.
It is.
Like, how is someone with a small business? Where do they get their creativity, or how would they go about doing it?
Again, it's just like I have 4 pillars. It's product, brand, customer, staff.
Okay.
And that's how I create my content. One of my if you look at any of my content, it's going to be surrounded by one of those. Okay. So that's where I kind of this is about better. So it's customer at the box smiling. It's one of the staff doing something with the T-shirt.
And that they're pillars that they're specific to your business.
Yes.
And so
so if it was like yourself, I would build it on that. So it's immigration.
Something about personal injury,
exactly. So you find the 4, and that's okay. So exactly, homeowners is one. So it's a picture of a couple, but you sign the house. So that kind of idea. Because 4 pillars is what's holding up your business. You know what I mean? That's what I think, and
it's something you can always go back to then, because it's I suppose the root message of your business and your services. So you're 18 months in, and then so you open shop too. Actually, I remember back in the first 12 months. Was it your first year anniversary or in around? There was a donut day.
Yeah,
and like there was like hundreds and hundreds of people outside your shop there. Like the rest of 6 a.m.
So it was a 5:30 start for them. And by the time we opened at 9, there was about 470 in the queue.
That's crazy. And is that was done generating like hype through social media, just giving a message out there?
Actually, do you know what that was? Now, tell God's honest truth, that was one Facebook post with a 60-year behind it, and I created an audience and targeted it, and we got that response.
Did that happen though at a time where there was, we'll call it a craze, there was a donut craze, because you came into Dublin and came to Cork, there was like lots of shops open, there's lots of shops since closed down, and then, or did you just hit it right, that Huckleberry's had the message right?
Realistically, I think we hit it right as well, because we were open the bones of 8 months there, so like the boom had happened, the boom, let's say it was February,
the novelty of,
it was kind of wearing off, and we were plateauing, and we had our general audience. I just think it was, do you know what, it was the stars aligned. I think it was a Friday morning, kids were off.
I don't think any business in the city's ever done that. No. Or could it be repeated even, you know?
I don't think so. Do you know what, I think it was, it was lightning strikes.
There was a queue down the streets.
We were on the radio, and then the radio, I was on Red FM, and then Red FM said it out loud, and then people started coming because of Red FM. Yeah. And I think it was 3,500 donuts we did in that day.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
crazy.
unbelievable. Yeah,
Your baker was a busy man that night.
He was a happy man, I'd say.
Yeah.
But it was just I was ringing him at like 11 o'clock and 1,000. He's like, give me 2 hours, and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic. The Harrington boys are really good. They're really nice fellas as well.
Very good. So then you kind of took your first year in business. I suppose building on the experiences and the success of the first one, you had an opportunity to open a second shop in the city.
I did. I kind of jumped into it, to tell the truth. Probably shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I didn't have the capital to do it. I didn't have the actual staff to do it. But I saw an opportunity. I jumped at it. Typical me, like.
Yeah.
But it's worked. It's working out. The heat now is killing us a small bit, but that's what it is. It's gonna roll punches.
It does affect business in some way, doesn't it?
100%. Like realistically, you're not gonna. Some people want a big donut, but like you want a 99 or you want an ice pop or something.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky that we're in a country that doesn't have this heat all year round. Like.
Cool. So you have 2 shops now, and so how do you manage your time? And how does all that, like, as I suppose, because we all have, personal families and that kind of stuff, but you have 2 businesses now, and do you create the content yourself?
I do, yeah. Courtney will create some, but it's mainly me.
Yeah.
Just Instagram stories, Snapchats, just build it, and I kind of try and vlog here and there when I can. It's just with the vlog, that helped us build the brand even more as well.
Oh yeah,
just capture the entire journey.
So the vlog is like you have a camera follows you around and just gives you a day-to-day experience.
Yeah, of what I can when I can.
Yeah.
So I do recaps more than anything every week or two.
Yeah.
It'll be a recap of the last week or whatever at the moment. But at the start, I think we're on vlog 55 now or something. But it's nothing major, but it just shows.
You enjoy it? You must enjoy it, so do you?
Yeah, I love vlogging, yeah. It's just, it's cool for me to be able to look, for my son even to look back in 10 years, and say, look, this is what the scenario was. So. Yeah, and then you've, a kind of another avenue you're taking to business is the pop-up shop. So I know you've been to Kerry a few times. Yeah, so like, my thoughts were, why sign a contract in a brick and mortar for 5 years? When we can go, hit a town, create the buzz, create it all up, and then we're gone again. Yeah. And it's good fun. It's different. Like we're just bringing. It's just getting different people to taste our product. That's what we want.
Yeah. It's a great idea. Great idea.
Yeah, it's just.
Are you hoping to expand that? Is it? Would you like to put
so we're going to do a pop-up tour.
Okay.
So we're going to do the 5 major cities of Ireland or whatever.
Wow.
And we might do a few.
So if anyone is watching this and they have a shop or they have someone that might be has a shop in their town and might be interested, I think they should.
DM us up. Big time. So I already have a lot of people contacting us. A lot from Moy, Mallow, Waterville.
Great.
There's one Nat Lone contacted us. So it's cool that. We're going to look at Dublin, Galway. Exciting. It's different anyway.
And so with social media, isn't it like everybody's on their phone now?
Yes.
Where's it going? Do you think? Where's the future for? It's particularly for small business. Like say,
it's getting more convenient. Small businesses need to jump on social.
Yeah.
They need to start marketing online. Be it
Facebook,
Google AdWords or
AdWords,
just somewhere that their presence online. They need it. I think you're doing great with the podcast. It's fantastic content, and I was listening to you on the way home, driving one night. I was like, "This is great." Like it's the smart thing to do. Like Mark is a great content creator.
Yeah, that's our video guy, Mark Guyry. You can find him on Instagram, Mark Guiry.
Big fan of Mark. Check out his Instagram video. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So just as we're on the what's topical right now with social media is the influencers on Instagram. So for those that
it's actually died down a bit, I think.
It's like an influencer who's someone who was, I suppose, about 5 or 6 years ago. There tend to be the one female that kind of picked up on the Instagram before it hit kind of mainstream.
Bloggers.
Created a huge audience for themselves. You're talking like 100,000 more followers, and then so they're creating content and putting out stuff every day. Because of that, then companies are approaching them to sell their products. So they might be wearing a certain pair of shoes or clothing garments.
What I found with influencers is the actual that number audience isn't. It's obviously still working for some people.
So are they bought?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. They could be genuine followers. Yeah,
absolutely. There's ways to check that. You literally just type there into a website and pay €1 or something, and it tells you who has what following and where.
Okay.
But I think a lot of companies like the micro influencers these days, the 5,000 to
so that'd be local, is it?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's local. You know, they interact with the audience. It's like it's just.
It's a very genuine audience there, and they're real. So
if I'm looking and double tapping and keep swiping.
So if you're trying to sell a product and it's specific to a demographic or
find the micro influencer,
and so that audience is built for you there, isn't it? So if you have somebody who is an influencer,
and a lot of the time they're just happy to get a product.
Yeah.
If you just send them a product, say, hey, we'd love you to team up with us or collab with us or take over Instagram for a day.
What do you think of the likes of vloggers unveil and these people who are like, yes, they're calling people out, but they seem to be doing it in a certain...
I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But what about them people who, for instance, so what 5 minutes...
Back to you, is that a slander of defamation? Can they do that scenario, or because they're calling out?
Well, the truth is the defence. So if they're asking you a question, you can have an opinion as a defence, so just their opinion. But if they're asking you a question, it's the truth that they are being called out. Okay. That's not slanderous. You know, it's only if they're telling lies. Yeah. So if say I'm an influencer and I'm going on holiday to somewhere, say for Dublin, and I contact a hotel and I say, listen, I have 80,000 followers here, I'll stay in your hotel if you put me up for free and I'll give you a really good review. Like, how can that influencer then have substance to their audience?
That's not the way to do it. We saw that backlash. Yeah, absolutely, and that's where people are a bit odd in the head because they think
then how can you be genuine then? How can first of all, you haven't stayed in the hotel, so how was your review going to be honest?
So what I did with my New York trip, I contacted Easy City and I said, hey guys, this is my audience. Yeah. This is the age demographic. Yeah. Here's what I do. Here's what I can do for you.
Yeah. And I'm going to vlog it and be honest.
100. I'm going to vlog it. I'm going to get video content for you. Mentioning you, meeting your people. Yeah. Is there any way you guys want to team up? And they're like, yes. And they paid for my travel accommodation. Yeah. And that was collaboration. Like if I was to approach a hotel and if I was there, I'd say, hey guys, is there any chance I could vlog in your hotel if you don't mind? I'm staying there soon or whatever. Here's my audience. Here's what I can do for you. I wouldn't ask them to stay for free because if you're forward with them and they might say yes, no problem, or they might go, look, we've bumped you up, or they'll say yes, have it on us or whatever. Yeah. If your audience is big enough. Yeah. But
But it just seems right now there's kind of a storm of influencer thing and a lot of.
It's just the thing to be at the moment. Like a lot of people have influencer on their Instagram.
On Instagram, like even some influencers have come out and said, listen, I did approach that person, or I wasn't actually genuine here. It's kind of like. Take the heat first rather than cut out. It's kind of leveling the playing field a small bit, isn't it? That people are now saying, I'm only going to support this if I genuinely like it or give it a good review.
Exactly. People are wise to it now. Like we had 3 months of people going, what's going on here? And then people are automatically wise to it as, oh, this person's a fake, this was a fraud. Yeah. But back to that kind of bloggers unveiled or the fit fan failures, it is what it is. Like they are calling people out. Is there room for negativity like that kind of stuff, or do people want to see people like that kind of stuff? I guess, but
I hear you.
People watch a car crash if it happens with them, like.
Yeah. So what are your predictions? So with social media, with influencers, like, do you think there is still a market for them?
I just think absolutely. I think there's the micros. Okay. The micros reign supreme at the moment. I think. I think it's smart for companies to contact them. Yeah. And say, look, want to collab? This kind of scenario. I've fallen victim to not doing it at the moment. I've taken this backseat because of the 2 shops, so I need to kick it into gear again for micro influencers. Anyone out there, hit me up.
And so, what's the plans for your own business? What's the plans for the future?
So I was approached a franchise. I think it's too early. I sat down with a very experienced person, and they were chatting to me, and they said, "Look, you can do it. Obviously, this can work."
So that means if someone was like in Belfast and Galway, had an idea, wanted to have a donut shop, but would use your brand, the Huckleberries, your social media power.
You pay me a fee. Yeah. I come in, set up the shop
sell your product,
and I give you a playbook basically on how to do it. Yeah. I just think I'm too young at the moment. Not me personally, but the company. Yeah. And I'm handling 2 okay at the moment. Yeah. I'm going to try and get. Realistically, you want 4 or 5 before you franchise. Yeah. Okay. So you can operate that.
Yeah, that's good.
Because realistically, if you franchise in 5 or 10, then and you just need to be able to.
Yeah. Okay. So you've obviously learned a lot of lessons and experiences the last 18 months in business. If I was, well, there's money and time, I suppose, isn't it? And you just learn that there's no such thing as a bad experience. Yeah. So if you were to advise anyone or someone who wanted to set up a business right now, is there anything you would say to them or any advice you would give them?
Yes, I think, again, stealing from Gary Vee, it's the perfect time to be an entrepreneur with just the content you can create and the...
Because social media is so strong. You can jump on it.
You can literally jump on it. Selling online.
Yeah, and the cost of entrance into that market is very, very cheap, isn't it?
Very, very cheap. Like I said, hooks up for nothing. Yeah. Literally, I think it was
on social
8,000. Just even free on social. Yeah. So what it was I set up the page about 6 weeks before we opened the doors, and we had 3,500 followers.
You built
before we opened the doors.
Guess what's coming kind of thing.
Yeah, we built it up. Yeah, so once the lease got signed, I then had 4 weeks of a push, post, kind of jokes. Right. Donuts are healthier than crystal meth. Yeah. That kind of stuff, just content.
Just on that there. Content, Did you ever have a piece of content sold throughout the year? Because there was one incident in the city, we don't have to name the company, where it went wrong. and the business since closed down. Did you have anything like that, or any brushes with that? Where
I did. We had our injection donut. I called it Type 2. I thought it was funny. I still find it funny.
Like? This would cause diabetes?
No, exactly, because Type 2 is the one you give yourself.
Okay.
That was my joke, but obviously parents were offended by it and stuff. So
I can see how that might happen. Yeah.
And I apologise, and we donated that day's takings of the donut to Diabetes Ireland.
Yeah.
And said, look,
so really,
no harm, like we
you
didn't
owned
mean.
You owned the issue.
I'm not here to offend. Like I'm just here for fun, and we're here to kind of get a good product. And if it's fun, it's fun. But so if people go, look, you went too far, you're like, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
But again, some people don't.
And
know
then, did you ever like? That's a brilliant way of doing stuff, because then you're transparent.
Yeah.
Like, you
well,
people make mistakes and they see and they understand it. But did you ever think like deleting the post or doing like that, or just people do that, or stop comments?
There was about 2 or 3 hours where I was getting horrible abuse.
You're like, okay,
from people I've never met or who will never be into my shop in Dublin, saying, I hope. What is it? I hope. One of them was, I hope you die. One of them was, I hope your business goes out and your family starve. Well, it's just like it's
extreme, isn't it?
Calm down, like.
Yeah.
But we apologised and we said, look, it's better to keep it up there.
But I think that's...
You see our mistake, how we made the mistake.
Because sometimes you don't know what the reaction is going to be, good or bad.
Exactly.
Okay, well, Jason, listen, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you very much.
We've really enjoyed having you. This is...
Some donuts in the corner, just...
Oh, well, we're really looking forward to them. If there's any left, Frank probably has them. So this is episode 10 of season 1, which is the last episode in our podcast Series 1 series. So I want to thank everybody that has joined us. We finished on a great high here with Jason Woodard. We really want to wish you the best of luck in the future. We're really looking forward to seeing all the content you're going to be creating. And thank you very much, everybody.